and leads you towards the more, what you can sense as more official kind of area.
Okay, cool.
Can I still do an insight check to see if I
Noticed anything that just happened?
Well,
I mean, you can if you want to.
okay, because I can't tell whether it's that racist bullshit or whether it's because I'm just an asshole.
Oh, so that's what you're trying to insight. Whether
Yeah,
it's, like,
whether it's,
okay.
whether it's racism because it's not the first time I've dealt with that, or if it's just because I'm just a giant asshole.
In the city, she has been called an inferior race.
Yeah.
In
Right.
the city.
With the upper
Ooh.
crust.
That's a good one.
I got an 18. My insight, I think, is negative
It's a wisdom.
1. I think my insight
What's
is
your
my
wisdom?
insight is +1, so it's a 19 total.
Okay.
Is it racism or because I'm a jerk?
You get the feeling kicking in the door and kind of demanding to see the manager was probably not the exact protocol to go in for this situation, especially where they sent a courier and you shut the door on him, basically.
Gotcha. Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Maybe let him take the lead in talks with the captain or whoever it is we're going to see.
It's just not in her character.
Who are you again?
No.
I'm gonna keep walking.
You get used to it.
I look back to Thor and I say, I'm not sure I will.
Yeah.
Keep walking the whole time.
For the first time since meeting him, I kind of feel a friendly connection with the other elf. Just like, nope. Kind of in your camp at this point.
Also, I fucked up and I've been saying the wrong name. You're going to see Tydus, not Thackery.
Who's Thackery then?
Wait.
It's just, I defaulted to what I knew in Guild Wars. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't
you're...
know who Tydus is.
He is
either, so-
now Thackery. You made the mistake, DM.
It's
Okay.
Tydus for the story!
That does change things because I was told when we got into the city to look for Tydus for work.
Yes, that's
So-
why it was supposed to be
Oh,
Tydus.
okay.
Gotcha. Okay. So that name rings a bell.
That was supposed to be Tydus this whole time.
It does now.
I've been fucking... My brain's defaulted and fucked up. I'm sorry.
It okay.
Rip.
Rip the dream.
Rip game. Game over.
Okay. I even, like, in my notes, took Thackeray and marked it out as Tydus, and I still fucking said the wrong thing.
Alright, we're starting the game over. Everybody back to level 1.
Yep, we roll it back.
Reset.
Okay.
Alright, let's roll stats again.
We're back on that boat.
Alright,
Six.
so you guys
now.
are living to, it's not exactly a posh room, but yeah, it's
God.
comfortable. You can tell this is kind of more of a managerial setting. You're very happy with the change of pace. You know, you didn't exactly notice anything different, but you're like, alright.
Good. That's all I wanted.
So you guys are led kind of into a small office kind of seeming area, and you see this man standing behind a desk, looking down at some papers. He's kind of riffling through them slowly and just looking at what seems to be reports and making some kind of like furrowed brow, just concentration, like very focused on what's going on in front of him. The man that kind of leads you in, he's just like, well, Master Tydus, the four that saved the villages, they're here to speak with you.
We're just gonna sit down.
Okay. So you
Are
guys
there
kinda-
enough seats for everyone?
You guys walk in, and they're comfortable, if not a little bit, threadbare, but respectable chairs. You find a seat, and Tydus kind of looks up and eyeballs all of you, and kind of gets like a general reading of what's going on. Makes some eye contact with you, and so.
Oh. I thought that was a reaction. Just like, what you scared of?
You four are the ones that save the civilians, correct?
Indeed.
Personally, I would like to thank you for the sake of the king and myself for protecting Lion's Arch. I understand that you received compensation for the goblins that you enslaved.
This is true.
Unfortunately, our our guard is very understaffed here in this city. And I can see strength among you. And he kind of looks at you, and then he serves you wisdom.
Strength also.
What an arm waving.
And then steel.
Parentheses, straight.
It's like strength, intelligence, cunning,
Definitely.
their will.
Intelligence.
He kind of looks at you guys and just kind of like sizes you up a little bit. And
I'll take it.
the god could use this. I know it's very presumptuous of me to ask, but I have also heard rumors that you are very well off. Personally, I do not know if coin is a motivating factor for your actions. But,
It certainly doesn't hurt.
Alright. Well, Lion's Arch, our coffers are not the fullest of all, but we can compensate you for certain deeds done in our name. You see, these goblins, these intruders, they've been harrying us for a long time. Unfortunately, I've done all that I can to keep the city safe, and unfortunately it seems that the outlands outlying the city, I can no longer contain them as I once was. But I cannot spare the manpower to send a message to the king. Could I possibly ask of a humble favor from the four of you to possibly deliver a message to the king? You will be rewarded finally. But it will be a long journey, quite possibly fraught with danger. But unfortunately I cannot spare the manpower to do this myself.
Seems like what we came here for.
Just how short are you
about-
on guards?
And you see him just kind of like look down, and he kind of flips through a couple of reports. More than I'd like to admit.
And that's a lot of goblins.
More than we've ever seen in these parts before. There's something going on. We need either more coin or more help from the king.
Sure. I could be of service.
That sounds about what I was looking for.
As long as compensation's in order, I'm sure we'd be able to help.
And you kind of see him, his features that were tense and kind of just like rigid before, just he seems to sink into himself and just relax about 2 steps. And
You relaxed a lot. How much danger is there between here
Yeah.
and the king?
I
Like,
won't
is
lie
there
to
something
you.
you're not telling us?
I won't lie to you. The path before you, the shortest way is through the far Shiver Peaks. It's a very mountainous region. There are a few towns between here and there, but the mountains themselves, they're cold.
Is that where the king resides?
He lives beyond them. He resides over Ascalon, among the Great Wall. There, they.
I glance over and I see Miriam writing all this down in her notebook. I'm like,
Great memory. Alright. I'm new here, so,
can this be an in-character thing? This is fantastic.
Ascalon is the
Just imagine her going.
If I might, 2 questions
Yes.
before we continue. First is our friend here, Miriam, has just purchased a keep at which we're all currently residing in your land here. While we're gone, can we presume that it will be well kept and guarded?
If you procure to keep, I'm sure you have the staff to protect it.
We have someone in our employ that we would like to see her compensated while she keeps a watch over my house.
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, this is your keep, yes?
It is. And we are going away on a very long and difficult journey as a favor to you. Instead of we won't need to be compensated right at this moment, but for her work, we need
let's not speak drastically now.
we need to make sure that we are paid enough so that she'll be paid enough to do her job. Because otherwise I'd be doing jobs in town, and I could see that she is paid.
You see him kind of take some more files and flip through them, and he looks at them, and he kind of, his brow furrows again.
It's
And,
one person on payroll.
She could double
How
as
much
a
would she
guard.
need for this? For this god?
She could help around town too. I mean, she's capable.
Yeah, she is capable.
More than capable.
I have no idea.
Hmm?
Money bags.
What?
What kind of money are we requesting for her? What's the standard for a regular guard, like in the city?
We provide room and board, and
She's
Well, you
got that.
wouldn't have to provide room and board because she'd be staying at my house. So, you know,
You
what's...
pay weekly, bi-weekly? What's the state here?
Yeah.
we provide them with food, equipment, housing.
No
and
money.
Small penance of gold to keep them, their families, and themselves out of debt.
Well, then...
The standing rate is about 5 per week.
Okay,
Well,
so
then-
she'll
So
get
let's-
10 or
let's say-
15.
So let's say, for example, maybe we don't need money for her if she's going to stay at the keep. If she's going to stay at the keep, do you think she would do it as a favor to you? She likes gold that much?
5 gold a week. You don't have to feed her. You don't have to give her housing. She'll already have that.
She'll walk
But she-
herself.
She will want compensation though. So 5 gold a week until we get back.